So Adam wants to know, what is your target revenue over the next 3 years?
Sure. So our growth target is 50% per year. At the moment for this year, we're on track for about 58% growth. So this year, where our target is 250,000 revenue, we're on track to hit 270, and then 50% per year. So in 3 years' time, about 440, 480 in the revenue.
What we see with campaigns that are successful through equity crowdfunding is often their growth is tied to the fact that they have a big base of shareholders out there selling what they do because they own a piece of it. So people really want the company that they own to be successful, and they really want to be able to still enjoy the products that that company creates. So it's almost like it de-risks things in a way sometimes, I think. But yeah.
And yeah, there is that flow-on effect. James wants to know if we are planning on doing a second offering in the future. So with our long-term plans, we are planning to potentially run 4 campaigns in total. This being the first one is the largest parcel that we're planning to sell. So we've got roughly 25% of the company, which is quite a large amount, available with this round. And again, can never promise what's going to happen in the future, but kind of the plans for the next 3 rounds would be about 3% of the company. So a lot less shares for the future rounds.
Yeah. So the goal is to keep on growing with your crowd.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So there was a question from Adam around, what did your accountant value your business at?
So with our valuation, so we took the lead of what other businesses have done, and we used a multiple of revenue as our valuation. So for example, we used a multiple of 4.6 of our revenue to give the business an overall value. Just a quick example of some other Australian breweries that have equity crowdfunded. Dainton used a multiple of, I think it was 6 point something. Black Hops on the Gold Coast used a revenue multiple of 12.6, and I think Brewdog have used a revenue multiple of 10.9. So I think we have valued our business to provide as much value as possible for potential investors.
Move into, is that what's happening?
Yeah, I've had my eye on a couple of locations for a while. We haven't locked anything in because I've been waiting to see if we can raise the money to actually fit out the location before we make any offers or sign any contracts.
Do you have any locations/options you want to talk people through? Give them a little bit of an idea of what the future could look like?
Well, if anyone has any ideas, you're free to let us know where you think we should go. But at the moment, we're looking at a couple of properties that are on the fringe of the CBD in Toowoomba here. Kind of still have a little bit of an industrial feel, industrial rustic type feel. And kind of a lot closer to town. So at the moment, anyone that's been to our brewery knows it's a little bit out of the way. It's on a quiet street, and we don't get much through traffic. People that come to visit us specifically come to visit us. They don't drop in for a beer on their way.
What's your call to action?
So we've got several posts on our Facebook that will take you to the campaign page. So there's heaps of information on there about the business and the financials and our plans and the rewards and perks that you'll get immediately. So if you wanted to read our offer document and the risk warning statement, you can jump on there, follow the link to Pledge Me to find our campaign, and hopefully we can get you on board as an owner.
What we found is there's this thing called deadline magic. Everyone needs a deadline. People will fill all of the space you give and then do things at the very last minute. So we always see that most of the pledges come in the last few days. So if you're holding out, pledge now, so Adrian doesn't get as scared as he's looking right now, even though I keep on telling him that we've seen 70% of a campaign be pledged in the final 2 days. It's sadly normal, especially in Australia.